So that's kind of a weird story, but it was kind of funny in a certain way. A lot of the artists that I would work with, some of them would be very young and would make a ton of money immediately, and just didn't know how to handle their money. And I remember this one artist, big celebrity. Um, uh, he needed to see a doctor. There was something wrong, and he needed to see a doctor, and he didn't have a doctor, and he didn't know how to go about finding a doctor. So I told him, just I'll take you to my doctor. So I made an appointment with my doctor, and I said, here's a client. I'm going to bring him over to you. Can you see him? They said, sure. And funny thing is, this was just back in the 90s or so. A lot of people would wear like denim with glitter on it and their names on it. And he showed up with that stuff on. And I had to take him to the doctor's office, and I was looking at the waiting room, and he's sitting there, and, there are all these other people just staring at him. And it was just a funny thing. But I got him into the doctor. Doctor took care of him. Everything was fine. And I, kind of told him later on, you should find your own doctor, so, you can call him whenever you need to call him, and see if it's okay. Now, the other thing I remember about this client too, he ran out of money, and he needed to borrow money from me, and I lent it to him. I mean, he was buying a bunch of stuff, but it's kind of like he had a ton of money and he had no money. So he borrowed, I think it was like $1,500 from me, and I lent it to him, no problem. And he paid me back, no big deal. I didn't charge him any interest or anything like that. The only thing I said, I'd just keep on buying stuff from me. So some of the things that you do above and beyond being a pro audio, sales guy is very interesting. But I just, when you start buying gear from me, you become part of the family, and you just want to make sure everybody's okay. So there you go.